This is part 6 of Ancient Civilizations, Blender Challenge 19. And my concept is sort of morphing into something where there's an archaeological expedition at the site. And so I want to put some equipment in. And last time I modeled that portable lamp, and now I'm going to do some kind of rack-mounted electronics. It's pretty repetitive right now, and I might leave it like that to keep it simple, or I might make some changes. This is sort of a mock-up here. This reference is available if you wanted to download it from the Zero Bio Discord. I'll just leave the link in the description. If you want to follow along, it's very simple, but I'm going to go ahead and model this thing here. So I brought in the reference image, and I'm just going to do this thing here. Alright, so I've got a front view, a side view, and a sort of a perspective view. Alright, so the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to bring in a plane, and as usual, I'm going to move this guy back here. So we've got our plane in there. Okay, I'm going to select it, and I think I'll go into wireframe, and I'm going to scale it out to like that. That looks pretty good. And let's see, maybe we get rid of these back ones and just use the front ones. Let's move it to there. Okay, something like that. And I'm going to extrude up like this. And I'm going to select that edge, and I'm going to delete that edge. So I've got this so far. It's actually not what I want to do completely. So we're going to actually get rid of that edge for now. So I'm going to take these, and I'm going to extrude back a little ways. Alright, so it'll come back like that. And these ones we're going to slide forward a bit. So it's not going to look exactly like the diagram, but that's okay. Slide forward a bit. And then we're going to extrude them back for some support. So we get this kind of idea. Like that. Okay, so let's see what we got. Maybe I'll go ahead and F and join those. I'll come back to solid view. So I got that. Let's hide that. Something like that could work, I guess. So let's just select the sharp points, and we'll put an angle on that. So Shift Control B, and we'll pull, and I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, so that total of 5 vertices there. Actually, I want these ones as well, don't I? Shift Control B, 1, 2, 3, and just pull until you're happy with the curve. So it's not going to look exactly like the diagram, but that's the basic idea. Okay. Let's go ahead and convert that to a curve. Come to the curve dialog box here under geometry and bevel. Keep it on round and just start pulling that up until you like the thickness. And I'll shade smooth. So there's our basic stand there. Okay. Let's look at that. Okay. That's fine. Doesn't have to be on the diagram. We're just using this as an idea. Okay, so we have these pads here. So I'll just make that. I'm just going to hide that. And okay, so that's a curve. So maybe I'll take these points here, Shift D and P to break it out, and have a separate one. And then in the curves, I can just up the diameter of that. Only thing I want to look at is, yeah, I don't want it quite that wide. So I'm just going to scale that until it's a little bit more like the diagram. Just like that. I'm going to leave that for now. We got this one down here. I'll do the same kind of thing. I just want points that are straight. Shift D and P. Did I hit P? No, I didn't. P. Break it out. So have to be the same thickness as that. I suppose that would be a good idea. So let's make that 1.112, 0.112. take this one and pull it in a little bit, and this one, and I'll pull it in a little bit. I'll convert those to a mesh later. Yeah, something like that would be just fine. Okay, so I'll take this one, 3D cursor's in the middle, so I'll just go ahead and mirror it to the other side. That's looking fine. So let's go ahead and we will convert those to a mesh right now. So back to the curves. I'm going to change my resolution to say 4 so it's not too dense. I'll change those to 4 as well. And let's turn off the mirror. Convert that to a mesh, and we'll close it up. Come in here, press 2 for edge selection, E and S. Just bring it in, E and S, and then grab both these edges here, and Control D, pull, and I'm just going to have one segment in there. Now I can mirror that again, and I'll do the same up here. That's still a curve. That's 4, okay. Convert that to a mesh. E and S. No. E and S. And bevel. Okay. I'm just debating if I like this enough. I guess it's pretty close to the original, so I think I'm going to go ahead with that 4 and convert it to a mesh. And I think I'll close these up here. I'm just going to F to make a face. And I'll select this one and this one. And Control B. I might put a couple more segments there just to do that. Alright, so far so good. Now what do we got to do? So now we're just going to create some kind of an interface. I'll probably just copy it down. Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll bring in another plane. And then just shape it the way that you like. I'll take this, I'll extrude it up, and see how it's looking here. It's just got to fit your own thing here. We'll, start with that and just shape it. So, okay, I'm going to round out these edges here. Control B, and I'll put, I want to say to 5 in there. I'll do the same for the front and the back. A little bit like that. And we'll put in an edge here and split it, roll back to 0. Again, Alt S and pull like that, and select here, Control B. I'll just put 1. We'll start getting something like that, and perhaps on the back we'll extrude it out a bit, and Control B just for something on the back there. And then I think what I'll do is I think I'll take this one to make this piece here. I think I'll Shift D, pull it out. I'm going to break it out. I'm going to look from the front in wireframe, and I'm off the diagram, but I'm going to grab this and pull it in like that. Same with this, and then I'm just going to grab them and roughly follow the diagram, and then we'll see how it looks on my actual model itself. I'll go ahead and I'll give this some thickness, but I will delete that back face. I'll select that face and Control B. I'm going to put more segments in there. I'm going to shade smooth, but we're going to do some other stuff on that in a bit. Let's bring that in. And now I can look at this. And I'll just make it, let's hide that empty. Yeah, I'm just going to make it, no, that's not what I want to do. Just these vertices. Just this kind of thing on mine. So that's there. And then on this here, I think I'll take this piece, just the top, and we'll do a Boolean. I'm going to copy that over P to break it out. Look from the front. Let's have a look at this. Slide it to there. And pull that in. I'm going to extrude back. So I've got this piece to push in. Let's shade that flat, I don't care. So we make an indent there for a screen. Or cutaway. Let's go ahead and do that if I'm happy. I might want a bit more space here actually. Just a little bit. So I'm going to come in and I'm just going to pull that in just a little bit more. I don't know why, just cause. Okay, let's do a Boolean on this. I'll put it on fast and I'll select that. I think it worked, we'll see. Okay, there it is. Let's add a bevel to this whole thing. We'll shade smooth, and I'll add weighted normal and auto smooth. I might want to consider taking this and seeing how well I can bevel that to catch a bit more light along the edges. I could even take this, Control I to invert my selection and delete, and I could even probably use that as the screen if I wanted to do that, and I probably do. And then for this thing, let's select it and Shift S. I'm going to bring the 3D cursor there now. I'll bring in a couple of bolts, which I don't have actually on this diagram, but I figured I'd need them. I'll just go for 18 vertices. Really simple. Could do this in Substance Painter, but I'll do it in geometry. And when I say I'll do it in geometry, it's going to be like nothing really. F. Where is it? And I'm just going to extrude it back and delete that face and take that face and Control B. Put like a couple segments and shade smooth. There's a round thing. That's it. And pull that up to there. All right, let's see who's backwards, you guys. Recalculate outside. 3D cursor is right there, so I should be able to mirror this. Okay, but we'll take this and we'll do an auto smooth on that. So I have that there, and then let's do some kind of simple knob. Let's see, 22 maybe. And then you can put any kind of electronics you want on that, switches, dials, whatever. I was thinking I'll just do something simple like extrude it out, scale it in a bit. E and S, come in. E, come back, scale it a bit. And E and S and F. And let's just focus on that. And then on the back, I would, maybe I would come out straight a little bit. E and S just come in. And I may even do like a little post off of this like that. And then take this edge, this one and this one, Control B, and just put like one subdivision, or one and subdivision on it. Do this kind of thing. And actually, maybe I'll put an edge tape there. Actually, maybe there. And grab these faces and I twice. Do this E and Alt S and push to come out. And Control B like that. I'll get a little dial like that of some sort. It's probably higher poly than you would need, but actually the back will be. I better put an edge loop there. Yeah, that's good enough. And just do it like that so that it rests off the surface. There might be a little bit of a shadow in behind there. Okay. So let's see. Let's make them bigger so they're visible. Looks rather big, tell you the truth. So we're going to scale it down a little bit. Scale it in the Y. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Good enough for now. So what do we want to do here? We want to array this. Maybe we'll do 3. Maybe we would do something else there. I don't know. No, I'm drawing a blank at this point. So we are going to skip that and work on other stuff. Okay, so that's a mesh. I think I'll come in and steal one of these edges anyhow. This one. And look from the side and just drag this down. Where are you? There you are. Let's hide the empty here. That's what I wanted. Okay. Let's scale this in the X. So it's going to come out. And then I'm going to press E to extrude. I'm going to come up a little ways. And I'm going to take... let's make sure that this is a separate object. P to break it out. There we go. I'm going to... Well, I'll do it down here. So it's kind of going to go underneath. And then this stuff, I'm going to tilt it back. Like that. I will get rid of this edge. So it's like that. And then I'm going to round these by beveling. Shift Control B. You pull. A little bit hard to see that. 2, 3. Okay, from the front. Just scale it. Okay. I'm going to push that forward. And I'm going to, let's see. Let's try, no, I'm going to stay here. Let's just E to extrude and G and drag it. And just try to get a nice angle on that. I'm going to focus just on that. We'll add solidify. I'm going to recalculate outside though. Make it a bit thicker. going to come up and make sure the tops are selected. All right, we're going to Shift Control B that. We'll do something like that, that's fine. Let's come back and look at everything. We can adjust the position in a bit. I think I'm going to be all right with that. So let's just go back to this, focus just on that. I'm going to apply, solidify, and now I'm going to bevel this by trying to get every single edge. So just painstakingly come around it and make sure that all of it is selected. Maybe I can be selecting faces and make it go faster. I don't really care. That. I think we got everybody playing nice here. So come up and Control B, pull, something like that. We'll shade smooth. We'll probably need auto smooth. Let's look at that. All right, now let's go back to the reference image and have a think about this. So this is angled underneath. Okay. All right, let's grab this guy. Okay. Select it all, and then I'm just going to rotate this so I like the angle a little bit more, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to select both of those, slash key, so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to look and make sure that it looks like it's okay. I'm going to scale this in the X a little bit. In fact, I may have to move it over, I don't know. Yeah, so that I can have a wheel going through to tighten that. Almost feel like it should have been thicker, but I think I'm okay. I think I need that and weighted normal on it. In fact, yeah, we're okay. Okay, let's do that. Let's just bring in a circle. Just go for 18 again. Rotate Y90. Actually, I'm gonna look from the other side. I'm gonna look from the front. Bring it in here. Let's get the rough position, and then I'll work on that afterwards. Well, actually, we could probably look at this. Where's my empty? This one. Okay. Yeah, pretty much off the diagram, aren't I? Oh well. You get the idea anyhow. Okay. Okay, so for this I'm going to checker deselect, scale in, Control I to invert my selection, and Shift Control B, pull, roll back to 0 so I get these flat areas. Select it all, E and S, and come in and using loop tools, make that a circle. Okay, and then I will extrude out a little bit, scale in, E and S and F to fill that. I'll take the whole thing and extrude back to give it some thickness. And then we'll grab that circle, scale it in, E, and come through. Something like that. We're gonna add the subdivision, and looks crazy, so Alt N and Control B here just to split that, and edge loop up, an edge loop down. You can make that a circle if you want. I'll do another edge loop up here, and then we'll focus on that. Come into the back here, up, down. Don't worry about that anymore. That's the idea. So something like that goes in there. Let's shift C to bring the 3D cursor back to there. Let's take that and we'll mirror it. Mirror. Don't forget to set the origin to the 3D cursor. To do that, hide the empty, turn on the cavity, so we see what we're starting to get. I haven't tilted this yet. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm feeling that, just with respect to the scale of this, that I want this bigger. I'm just going to globally scale that and see if it starts poking through the sides of this. Let's look from the side here, and in wireframe, I think we might still be okay. No, you see it's a little bit, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll change the stem on this, you know, so it's not quite as big. So let's try that. Let's grab those. I don't think I need that. And then scale Shift X, make that narrow so I can have a bigger knob, but it doesn't look too crazy. Yeah, just so it's visible. All right. Now it's just time to decide if we want to do more work on this.